Welcome to the Metaphysical Journey. I wanted to do a very quick card reading. It's the end of the year. We have Christmas Eve just hours away, and it is a time for people coming together, family, celebration, a lot going into this. It's a very stressful time, and a lot of money is spent definitely in preparation for everything that goes on. It's also a time when you start thinking about the next year, 2024, what's going to happen? What are my dreams, my goals? What do I want to achieve? Um, Perhaps this holiday season, all the spending and all the preparation and worrying about being around family and different people that maybe you haven't seen for an entire year and you were okay with that. But now it's all coming back. And it is a time where you possibly start questioning many things about yourself. Have you changed very much over last year? Has 2023 been what you expected it to be? Has it been what you planned it to be in 2022? And with that in mind, you wonder, what's 2024 going to be like? There's a whole lot of thought that goes into the time of year that we're in. And I wanted to pull three cards. This is coming from the deck by Radleigh, Valentine, Angels and Auras. The very first card that comes out is Shower of Prosperity. It says wealth, opportunity, success, and manifestation at the bottom. So very helpful. Thank you, Radleigh. You gave us some keywords here. The message, however, that I'm getting on this, it goes with, again, this time of year, is when we look at 2024, what are our dreams? What do we want? More than likely, we definitely want showers of prosperity. And we may question, like, is that going to happen? Am I Do I have what it takes? Am I smart enough? Am I working hard enough? Am I worthy? The message that I want to give you is absolutely you are. You're more worthy than you ever even realize. Everything can be exactly as you plan it to be. It's not a matter of external circumstances. It's a matter of how you feel about yourself and the goals that you set for yourself. And this is the time of year that we focus so much on other people. We buy things for them because we feel expected to buy them a gift, that if I don't give them a gift, they're not going to think I love them. When a lot of the times the gifts I take back anyway because they don't love them. Not you, but the gift. It's just not what they wanted. And it's just reaching for these unreasonable expectations that I've got to do something. It's a checklist that you go through this. You spend so much money on trying to prove to others that they matter to you, or at least that you haven't forgotten them because you don't want the blowback from that. But how much time do you spend thinking about how much you matter to you? This is really important right now. You matter. You definitely matter. You make a huge difference. You are the most valuable gift that the earth has ever been granted. Each and every one of you. You're very important people. You matter. You're huge, much bigger than you think. So this is a time where you really think about that. So if you want shower of prosperity, that begins in the mind. It begins with you. You're the most prosperous person you will ever know. You have the ability to change everything just with your thoughts. But do you feel worthy of that? I wanted to pull a tarot card on this one to kind of clarify a little bit. And what I got was the Chariot. It is definitely time to move forward. Now, in the Chariot, it's being pulled by two sphinxes in the front, and they represent the mind and the intellect, the mind, and it's like it's self-driven. There are no harnesses on those. They go where the person driving the chariot wills them and thinks that they should go. So they're connected to the driver. They're not connected through reins. So your chariot can go in any direction that you want it to go. It's based on you. If this is the direction that you want to go, then think about that. So as you're around family and different people, you'll start to compare yourself to them. And of course, holiday time and family get-togethers, it's the same thing as Easter. That one time a year that people dress to the max to go to church to prove to everyone around them that they are like all that in the bag of chips. Years ago, I worked in a jewelry department, a jewelry store, and I was a commission salesperson for jewelry. I hated Easter, hated it. The best sales ever until Monday morning when they all started coming back for refunds. People dressed up, they bought all these expensive jewels just to go to one day of church. So everyone would see them. They were trying to make an impression. And most of them, they were maxed out on their credit cards. A lot of credit cards didn't go. It was sad. They were trying to be something that they weren't. In order to be the most successful possible, you first have to be who you are to yourself, because that's what matters. You don't have to prove yourself to anyone. The second card that I pulled is Zadkiel. It's purple. Now, Zadkiel is very interesting because he is the angel associated with a variety of things. One is that, according to the book that I read that Radleigh wrote, it's memory. And Radleigh is really funny because he says, unlike the ginkgo biloba of the angel world, Zadkiel is so much more. And it is very true. He's an angel that can help you discover and follow your life's purpose and give you the confidence to step forward and do that. So, what is your life's purpose? It's time to think about that if you haven't already, especially as you look ahead in 2024. What is your life's purpose? Is your purpose just to please other people and to prove that you're something that you're not? Or is part of your purpose to really know who you are and be authentic in that? The other thing that Zadkiel does is he also helps with forgiveness. Now, this is important, forgiveness, especially if it's a family situation and you're going in where there's a long history of all kinds of problems and, struggle, and you only see each other once a year because of all of that, because it's just too stressful. It's time to forgive other people, but also too, maybe it's time to forgive yourself for some degree. Not that, don't forgive yourself for things that other people did. That's not what I'm saying, but give yourself a break and realize that maybe you don't see your life right now where you think it should be, and you might feel like you have failed. You have not failed. Everything that you've been doing is exactly what you need to be doing. Now, notice on this card it says purple. Purple, when that color shows up, it shows that you are divinely where you are meant to be. You're on track. Everything is fine, and there's a divine blessing on your life and what you're working on. That's a powerful thing. I pulled a tarot card for this because the word forgiveness really stuck out for me on this one. Zadkiel is not one that normally I would associate with forgiveness. There are several angels that work on that, but that one wasn't. I knew about life purpose. But so I thought, forgiveness, what would that be about? And this is the 10 of Wands. Now, on this card, you see this person, they are exhausted. They're weary. They're worn out. They've been carrying a burden for a long time, and they've really had a hard time. These burdens might be something that you've been carrying. They might be other people's. You've been, you've stayed on track. You've been courageous. You've been diligent. You've done everything you needed to do. You have carried this around for a long time. This burden may be past problems with other people, family situations, or dramas that it's like it's just time to let go. It could be possibly goals and dreams that you wanted to do, but you decided against them and you have a hard time letting them go. It can be any number of things. You know how this works. Maybe it's time to kind of put some of these things down and say, I just want to move forward and be free of all the things that have been weighting me down. And this is the time of year to do that. Let it go, because that possibly is what the forgiveness is about. Forgiveness for others, and possibly with yourself. Not necessarily forgiveness, but giving yourself grace. Give yourself some grace to say, you know what? I'm going to go a new direction. I know that in the past I've told everyone I'm going to do this, this, and that. I don't want to look stupid or foolish, but I don't want to do that anymore. I want to go the direction that I want to go. And remember, Zadkiel gives courage. So have the courage to be yourself, discover your life's purpose, or if you already know what it is, and more than likely you do, follow your life's purpose, your destiny, and be courageous in that and let the rest go. You don't need to carry it around anymore. The last card of R's and Angels that I pulled is, it says, you're ready. Now, this is great. It says momentum, validation, encouragement, prepared, because you are prepared. You've been at this for a long time. That's why it's been, oops, excuse me, wrong card. That's why it's been so heavy. You've been carrying this around for a long time, all of these burdens and all this hard work, and you're the one that has stayed steady on this. You just kept on that daily grind, that hamster wheel. You've been doing that. And so you are definitely prepared. It's time to move forward and go into 2024 just a completely energized and new person, and realize that you're ready because you're worthy. You've always been worthy. You're a perfect being just the way you are right now. You don't have to do anything else. You already are where you need to be. The tarot card on this one that I pulled is the Knight of Cups. And the person on the horse is you, moving forward with confidence and courage. And you're holding that cup. Now, what's in that cup? It's whatever you want it to be. It's you're being guided, you're holding your intuition, your wisdom, and you have everything right there. And in this cup is whatever you choose it to be, and the cup can be running over. And how beautiful would that be? So this was just a little message of encouragement. The bottom line is that I want to say on this, don't doubt yourself. Don't beat yourself up. You are perfect just the way you are. You do matter. You might not feel like you do to yourself, but you do to everyone else. So accept that, embrace that, and know that you're a being of perfection. You have more power within you than you even possibly can imagine. None of us can. We glimpse it from time to time, and we know it's there. We feel it. It's right in front of us, and you feel like you can reach out and grab it sometimes, but it's just always out of arm's reach. But it's really not. It all begins here in the mind. And this is the time of year to be thinking about how to move forward into the next year. And as you spend the holidays, the remainder of the holidays around people, be yourself. Don't be someone that you're not. Be yourself. Be authentic and be proud of who you are, because you have no one else to be. Everyone else is already taken. So be the best you that you can possibly be. Thank you so much for following me on the metaphysical journey. This will be the last time that I see you before Christmas is over, if you celebrate Christmas. In my family, we always did. But Merry Christmas. You deserve the very, very best. And the best gift you can ever give yourself is the gift of love for yourself and for understanding how amazing, what a beautiful gift you are. So, Merry Christmas, and thank you for following me on the metaphysical journey. Have a good night.